Hey everyone, it's Carl Brown for Pt.6 Today we're going to finish up our look at the solo, the outro solo for Glasgow Kiss. Alright, so we're going to start here going into this section right out of the first solo. Now this is going to be very similar to the intro, so we're going to be doing that same arpeggiated figure. Alright, so that's the same how we started the song. All the way to that point, so we have this so far. And in the intro we did that little thing, but instead of doing that, it goes back to this. So basically that fourth time through, so it never does the little part that we do in the intro. So all together, now obviously I'm flying right through this because this is the first video of these Glasgow Kiss lessons. We already talked about this. So it's basically this. Then you repeat that exact same thing. So you do that little part twice. And then we get to the main riff that we're going to be doing at this part of the song, and then it continues all throughout the outro solo. So it's going to be the riff that's going on underneath it. So that's going to sound like this. Alright, so that's going to start with an open low E string. So the octave of that at the 7th fret on the A string. Then a quick down up palm mute on the low E string. Then 5th fret on the A, open A, 4th fret. Then you're going to finish it up with 5, 7, 5 on the low E. One more time. Alright, the next one is this. So that's just the same beginning with the 2 E's there. Then a low E string picked once. Then you're going to pull off from 5 to 4 on the A string. Over to 7 on the low E. And then go 4, 5, 7 on that low E. All right, then you go back to the pattern that we played the first time through. So all together we have this so far. All right, now the fourth time through, we do this. So that's the same 2 E's at the beginning. Then over here on the D string, we have 4, 6, 7, 6, 4. Over to 5, 7 on the A string. Back to 4 on the D. So that whole riff all together. All right, then you repeat that again. So that whole section happens twice, that main riff. Then it goes into a solo while the rhythm guitar continues to play that riff. All right, so the first phrase of the solo is this. By the way, you might want to switch to the neck pickup now for the whole solo. All right, so that's E on the A string, to the octave on the G string, the 9th fret. Little vibrato. Then hammer 7 and 9, slide up to 11. Then pick 7 twice. Then we have this quick little legato lick. It's going to be 6 on the G string. And that's going to be then pull off 9 to 7 to 6. Hammer back to 7, back to 9. Then come back and hit the 6 again on the G. And then 9 twice on the D. All right, another legato lick here. That's going to be picking the D string, pulling off 7 to 6. So you got to be picking a downstroke, the first note on the string there, and then pick a downstroke here on the A string, pull off 9 to 5, then hammer 7, 9, then pull back off 7 to 5. Then come back down and pick 7 twice. All right, then it kind of slides up to the 17th fret. All right, then we have the next phrase, which goes. All right, so we have same 2 E's there. So we have pick 9, 11 on the G, to 9 on the high E. Pull off 10 to, I'm sorry, the 9 on the B string. Pull off 10 to 9, then 11, 9 on the G. Pick now 12, 9 on the B. Then this is going to be a quick little. You're going to pick 10 and then do a quick trill 9, 10, 9. 11, 9 on the G, and 11 on the D. Slide up from 7 to 9 on the D, and do a quick little trill there. Little series of trills. Just hammering 9, 11. All right, then you're going to pick 9 on the A, 7 on the D, 9, 11. Then shift up to the 12th fret with your pinky, pick that, then do a quick Hammer pull 11, 12, 11, 9. Over to 12 on the A. Then pull off 11, 9 on the D. Then you're going to pick the rest of the notes here. We're going to have 12, 11, 9, 11 on the A. Then 12, 10, 12 on the E. All right, the next phrase. It's kind of involved here. So we're going to start here. We're going to slide 6 to 9 on the D, 10 on the B, back to the 9 on the D, 9 on the B now, then 9 on the D, 7 on the B. All right. Then we're going to have we're going to hammer on 9 to 10 on the G, pull back off the 9, pull off the 7, slide down to 6. That little 10's a little chromatic note. And then we're going to pull off now 9, 7, 6. To the 9 on the D, 9 on the high E, 10 on the B. Then pull off 12, 10, 9 on the B. To 11 on the D. The G string. Then hammer 9, 10 on the B. And then pick 10, 12, 14 on the high E. Then we're going to pull off to the open string now. We're going to do a 10 on the B string, pull off to the open string, 9 pull off the open, and then 7 pull off the open string. Alright, then we're going to have a hammer on 7 and 9 on the G, over to 7 on the B, 7 on the high E. Then 9, 10. Then pull off from 10 to the open string again. Then 7. Pick 7. You're going to pull off 9, 7, 0. Then come back and grab the 5th fret. Pick that. Hammer on 7. Pull off. Into the open string, and then grab the note again. 5th fret on the B. All right. The next phrase. All right. So we're getting ready to get some legatos there. So I'll stop before that part. So we have. Slide the 17th fret, pull off to the 14 on the B, then pull off 15 to 14. Then over on the G, you're going to do 16, 14, 13. To 17 on the D. Then pull off 18, 16, 14 on the D. On the A string, back to 14. Then 16, 14 on the A string. Then 12, 14 on the low E. Come back to the A string and I'm going to slide down from 12 to 11. Then hammer 11, 12. Then pick 11, 14, 11 on the D. Then pull off 12, 12 to 11 on the D, down to a 14 on the A. All right. The next phrase, we're going to start these big legato sequence. I'll do it really slow here. All right, so what's going on there is just we're going to be playing these legato sequences. Pretty much this entire solo is in E mixolydian. So what that means is basically we have an E riff. You got a riff that's in E going on underneath it, and we're basically, you can visualize A major scales, because that's what E mixolydian is, in the key of A major. So if you see all your A major scales with this riff going on underneath it, it makes it sound like E mixolydian. So what we're going to be doing is this A major scale built off the 10th fret basically is this. If you know your 3 notes per string shapes, it's going to help you out a lot. If you don't know them, they're at guitarlessons365.com in the advanced section. And then we'll give you all your 7 3-note per string shapes. This is the shape built from the 4th scale degree. So this would be the 4th scale degree in A major, which is D. All right, so he uses a lot of this stuff in this song, so you really need to get that down. So we have this, just following the scale form, we're going to go hammer 11, 12, 14, then 11, 13, 14 on the G string, 12, 14, 15 on the B, and then pull off back down to 12. Then we have the 14, 13, 11 on the G string again. Then we extend it a little bit. When we come back down to this D string, same 3 notes, but we're going to pull off, hammer back off, and then pull back down again. So it's a little bit longer than just. All right, and then we have 14, 12 following the scale form again. 14, 12, 11 on the A, pull off. And then the 3 notes on the low E string are 14, 12, and 10, but we have that same lick that we did on the D string where it's a little bit extended. All right, then he kind of slides down on a fret or 2 and then just lets go, picks the open E string and starts that next phrase. So altogether, this phrase. One more time. So this next phrase sounds like this. All right, so that's kind of all over the place. So what's going on there? Open low E string, half step bend at the 14th fret. Then pick the 15th fret, so it's going to sound like that bent note. Then the open a high E string. Then you pull off to the open string from 9, then 7, then over to the 10th fret on the B string. Pull off 9 to 7 after that. Then hammer on 7 to 9 on the G. You can pick those last 2 notes actually. This next phrase. All right, so that's going to start with hammering on 6 to 7, sliding up to 9, reaching up and grabbing the 12th fret with your pinky on the high E. Then you're going to play 10, 12 on the B, then 12, 14 on the high E. Shift down here to the 9th position. We're going to hammer from 10 to 12, back to 10, pull off to 9. 12 on the B, 9 on the G. All right, and then we have the last little part of it, which is back to that 12 on the high E, then 10, 12 on the B, 9, 12, 9, 10 on the B. Then we have hammer pull from 9 to 10 on the B, pull off to 7, back to 7, 9 on the G string. We're back to a half step bend at the 9th fret on the high E. This next lick goes like this. So that's going to slide up to the 12th fret, pick 9 in the open string. So we're going to be doing these pull-offs. Pull off 10 to the open string, 12, 14, 16, then pick 17, back to 16. All right, the next lick. So that's just 17th fret on the B string, then 16, 14, 13 on the G. Come back to the 16th fret and hit it twice. To 13 now on the G, to 14 on the D, to 16 on the A, slide down to 14, pull up to 12, and pick that 14 again. All right, then we get to one of those kind of patented John Petrucci sections. I'm going to play through it really quick, and then I'll explain to you what's going on, all right? All right, so that is kind of like a wall of blur kind of thing. So the effect is something that whenever Petrucci is really picking fast scale lines, he does this almost exclusively. He does it all the time. What is going on here? It's actually not that difficult to do. What it is a combination of tremolo picking and synchronized alternate picking. And he kind of favors one lick primarily when he does this kind of thing. So what I want you to do is, first of all, you need to know that scale, because he's just taking this same concept just kind of haphazardly through a scale. So in this case, E mixolydian. Starting at the 10th fret, 3 notes per string. All right, so let's do it here on the 3rd string so I can just show you what's going on. He's really kind of just, you can tremolo pick a note a little bit, try to get the speed up, keep it nice and relaxed. And he likes doing that little lick in there, so he'll go a combination between tremolo picking and this little lick, which is just 14, 13, 14, 13, 11. And he'll do that exact same lick. All right, so besides trying to get every single note down, because he will never do it the same way twice either, it is just an effect, basically. So the notes I'm doing that off of, you started like 11, 12, 14 on the A string, same notes on the D, 11, 13, 14 on the G, 12, 14, 15 on the B, and then 12, 14, 16 on the high E. So we have he kind of makes his way up to this B string, comes back down to the 4th string. Then he starts climbing up the scale, up on 1 string. So you're still thinking of it as 3 notes per string though. 12, 14, 16. Then 14, 16, 17. 16, 17, 19. All right. And then 17, 19, 21. All right. Then when he makes it up to the top there, we have our next phrase. So we have all right, one more time. I messed that up. All right, so that's not that difficult. We're just here at the 21st fret, half step bend, couple bends, and then pull off twice the 17th fret, then 22 with the 21st fret here, then 22, 21 on the B string, back to the 19th fret on the high E string. Then we go 22, 21, 19 twice on the B, then 19, 17 on the G. Back to the half step bends at the 19th fret, back to pulling off twice, back to the 22, back to the 19th fret, then go 22, 21, 19, then reach up and grab the 24th fret, 22, 21, 19. Then we have that little pedal point figure he does way up high, so here we go. Alright, so just got to kind of memorize the pattern here. We're starting with the 21st fret on the G string, then the 24th fret, back to that pedal tone down here on the G string, back to the 24th fret. We're going to keep coming back to this note, by the way, so just keep, when I say back to the pedal tone, that's a note. Then 22nd fret on the high E, back to the pedal tone. Then 21st fret on the high E, back to the pedal tone. Then we're going to play 24 and 22 on the B string. So do all that twice. Now he mixes it up a little bit, going straight down, back doing the pedal tone, 24th fret on the high E, then pedal tone 22nd fret, pedal tone 21st fret, pedal tone 24th fret on the B string, pedal tone 22nd string on the B string, then go pedal tone back up to the high string, high E 24, 22, 21, 24 on the B, 22 on the B, back to 24 on the B, to 22 now on the high E. All right, then we start the next phrase, which is one of those figures again, the little blur. So I'll play through it real quick. We have right here on the 24th fret. All right, more of the same business that we did before, exact same stuff. So we have just need to know that pentatonic shape. If you know your 3-note per string shapes, you can do that down the thing. You're just doing that same licks that I was doing before when I was coming up, just down one string. So it's going to be the 3 notes that we're going to be using at a time: 24, 22, 21, then 22, 21, 19. So that same little lick with some tremolo picking in it. Then 17, 19, 21. Then 16, 17, 19. 14, 16, 17. 12, 14, 16. 10, 12, 14. 19, 10, 12. And then 7, 9, 10. All right, now we're to that other shit. This is when he starts descending, when he gets to the 7th fret. I'm using now, if you know your 3 notes per string scales, the shape built from the root. So we're on the first string here. Take it to the 12, 9, 7 on the B string. Then we have the 9, 7, 6 on the G. 9, 7, 6 on the D. Shift it back to the shape built from the 7th. We have 4, 6, 7 on the D. Then 7-4-5 on the A, 2-4-5 on the A, back here to the shape of the 6 now, and 2-4-5 on the low E, and then we go into the next phrase. So it's just taking that all together, doing that little, blur picking effect that he does across all those little 3-note groups, and that's how you're going to create that effect. All right, the next lick to end the song, really. All right, so what's going on there? Open string. After that long run, goes all down to the low open string, then pulse that bend at the 15th fret on the B string. Then we have basic blues here, 12 on the high E, 15-12 on the B. Pulse that bend at the 14th fret on the G string. Back to 12 on the B. Then we're going to do a chromatic line, 15, 14, 13, 12 on the G string. 14, 12 on the D. Then another chromatic lick starting at the 14th fret on the A string. 14, 13, 12, 11. Then come back to the 14th fret on the D, to the octave below it, 12th fret on the low E. All right. Next phrase, little pentatonic, 12, 15 on the low E, 12, 14 on the A, 12, 14 on the D. We have 12, 14, 12, 13 on the G. Then we have 12, 14, 15 on the B. Then we have a little pedal tone, which is 12 on the high E down to the pedal tone, which is the 12th fret on the B. So 14th on the high E, back down to that pedal tone. Then 15 on the high E, back down to the pedal tone. Then we have this little lick. That's just 16 on the high E to 16 on the G string, slide it down 2 frets. 14 on the high E to the 14 on the G, slide down 1 fret. 12 on the high E to 13 on the G, slide up to the 14th fret, and hit that 12 again on the high E, then slide that 14 up to 16 on the G. All right, then we have this kind of contrary motion line, which is 16 on the high E, 15 on the B. Then every note's going to go up, or the note on the high string is going to, and the notes on the B string are going to go down. So we have 16 to 15, then 17 to 14, then 18 to 13, resolving on the 19th fret. And we're going to end the song with a series of half-step bends at the 21st fret. And then to the whole step 22nd fret bend on the high E. All right, and that concludes and they continue that same riff for a while and fade it out, but it's the same riff that we did earlier. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Glasgow Kiss. I know it's a long song, it's a lot of notes, but for the really difficult parts, it's really about breaking it down into something that's understandable and recreatable. So those little fast licks we talked about today, it's real essential to know your 3-note per string forms and just practice those little licks and just take it for what it is. It's more of an effect than a precise picking pattern that he's doing. All right, we'll see you guys for more lessons at guitarlessons365.com really soon. Please put some requests in. I'm waiting for them. All right, bye-bye.